Damn, son, where'd you find this? Today we're back with brand new WWE action figure leaks, man. Another day, another leaked set of WWE action figures. And today, this set comes to us from the Monday Night Wars line. Everybody's favorite line that always fills up your Walmart. You get sick of seeing them on the pegs, man. I mean, they're everywhere. Can you see them? They all look like John Cena, completely effing invisible. You can't find them. But you know what? Today we're looking at Series 13. We already know about Series 11. We already know about Series 12. And today we're getting into Series 13. And maybe at the end we may run through 11 and 12 if you guys haven't seen that or something. But this is going to be Series 13. And we're starting things off with a bang because we're getting into Kurt Angle. Now, I know a lot of people, I don't know, maybe people are excited about getting another Kurt Angle. I love Kurt Angle, one of my personal favorite wrestlers of all time, and when I first got into wrestling as a kid, I loved Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was absolute peak to me, and unfortunately, I talk about this all the time, right? I always talk about, oh, Kurt Angle boots. I want to see the boots in the line, and we have seen legitimately more than 10. I don't know the total number of Kurt Angle action figures from Mattel. I'm not even counting all the endless different lines. I'm talking basic, elite, ultimate. There have been over 10 or 12, I'm pretty sure, and we still have not gotten those damn boots. Does that make any sense to anybody? Am I the only one that finds those boots iconic? Anyways, this is not going to be a Kurt Angle that has those boots because I'm pretty sure he debuted those boots in 2001, and it was the end of 2001 after the Monday Night Wars had already concluded, to my knowledge. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is the case. I don't know entirely. Let me Google this. So Google marks March 26, 2001 as the end of the Monday Night Wars, and I'm pretty sure Kurt Angle debuted these boots at the end of summer 2001, if I'm not mistaken. If somebody knows more lore than me right there, you can let me know. But that sucks. That sucks that this is going to be another Kurt Angle that does not feature those boots. However, hopefully it is a good Kurt Angle. I hope to see a good singlet, good head sculpts. It'll probably reuse some of those Ultimate Edition head sculpts if I had to guess. I'm always on board with more Kurt Angles in the line, and maybe we'll get a new sculpted torso. Maybe it'll be something new, and it'll probably be the Defining Moments body, because that was a new singlet body. Guarantee that's what the formula will be, and that guy was really, really stiff. I'm hoping that's not the case, but you know what? At least it's another Kurt Angle, I guess. I know you guys want to see fresh faces in the line, but that's what we have there. The next figure in this set, though, is going to be Terry Funk. Now, Terry Funk does have some action figures in the line. He actually probably has more than you may would think, but Terry Funk, I don't know. I guess it just depends on what look they go for and what exact attire they pick. But I'm all aboard a good Terry Funk, man. He has a pretty good track record of figures. If you run it down, I think he has a nice track record of figures from Mattel. And I'm all on board seeing a new one, especially if they can innovate or include some different things we've seen. Maybe he'll come with some weapons. I don't know entirely. But, you know, Terry Funk has a decent little track record. He may have, it would be a crazy video to do. But imagine if we took every superstar they've ever made in elite or ultimate form and then put up, everybody's batting percentage. Like, who has the highest batting percentage in the history of the Mattel WWE action figure line? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I can get into that in a certain video possibly. But basically, if you bat a high percentage, it means that your figures more than not are really, really good compared to really, really bad. So if you bat a low percentage, it means most of your figures are garbage. That'd be interesting. That just hit me in the brain. But Terry Funk would be really cool. Again, it's going to depend on head sculpt A, what attire they go with, and what the accessories are going to be. But most of his figures feel really good in hand because I don't think he has a pinless figure to date. So that should be really fun, at least in the legs. So let's move on to the next figure, which this is a cool one, and it just depends on how they do it. We have seen two of these before, but we have a Dude Love figure, which is pretty cool. Now, I know a lot of people probably want to see an Ultimate Edition Dude Love. Since we've seen Mankind, we've seen Cactus Jack, people want to see that third face of Foley with Dude Love, and I would like that as well. I hope they go cloth goods here. I don't want to see rubber like on the Elite 62, with the inconsistent tie-dye. I really would like to see, cloth goods. I think this is supposed to be heel Dude Love, if I read correctly, possibly. We'll have to see about that. But Dude Love's a pretty cool entry here. We haven't seen one since that ringside exclusive Three Faces of Foley 3-pack. And that was a pretty cool set, right? Revealed way back at Comic-Con, I think it was 2023 maybe. I can't remember off the top of the dome, man. Days and years just move on, man. They just continue to roll. But Dude Love is a pretty cool figure. I think that that's fair. Again, depending on certain looks and aspects of it, I hope it's not just a complete re-release of the Faces of Foley 3-pack. I hope they do something innovative there, because it feels like most of the time nowadays, unless it's a new talent that has not had a figure like a Javon Evans or a Penta or, a Stephanie Vaquer or something like that, it seems like we just get the same characters over and over again. I know that gets annoying to collectors, but at the same time, those types of talents keep the line alive, man. That's just the business model that they go with. The John Cenas, the Hogans, the Austins, the Romans, the Codys, the CM Punks, the Jey Usos. These guys, they keep the line going because they know that they're going to be an automatic purchase. There's going to be people buying them regardless of, what look they are and stuff like that. And so they allow us to get these other deep cuts, these other characters, if you guys were unaware. So it's annoying, but it's something that you kind of have to put up with. And it helps you save money, if you're only a one collector guy. But Dude Love is the next figure in this set. And then the last one I think is pretty cool. And I think we had a Walmart tag listing that was not leaked necessarily, but people were walking into Walmarts and seeing a tag for this, and people started speculating on it. But Sensational Sherry apparently going to be the last figure in this set, which I think is a pretty cool deal, man, and it makes sense because we just got the From the Vault Harlem Heat figures. So I'm guessing that Sensational Sherry will probably be here, or Sister Sherry will probably be the deal here with this, and I think this is a pretty cool figure, depending on the look, I'm guessing it's going to match those Chase figures, though. I'd imagine it's going to be in the blue outfit, maybe with her hair up and everything, and we've gotten some really, really good Sherry figures in the past, and so I think that this could be, speaking of high batting percentages, she probably bats a high percentage, man. I think we have 2 figures, if I'm not mistaken, in total from Mattel of her, and they were both pretty good, man. They look like the character. The white gear, that SummerSlam figure was really impressive, so I like this, man. I like this. I think this is a different cut, something you don't see a whole, very often, and I like this. This will fit in with the Harlem Heat, but it's almost like, okay, how can we... let's put Sherry in there, and then let's how can we release some Harlem Heat here? And so they put the From the Vault Harlem Heat out just to kind of compare here, but maybe they don't match. Maybe she's in the black or the red or the purple. I mean, there's a lot of different looks they could go with, so I don't know exactly what they're going to do there, but she is the 4th and final listed figure here in this Monday Night War Series 13, which is pretty cool, and I'm guessing we won't see these officially until Comic-Con on display, if I had to guess, but as we know, Series 11 is already hitting shelves, and then Series 12 we just saw at WrestleMania. Those should be hitting within the next month or so, probably the end of June, and that's going to be your Ultimate Warrior Goldberg Bret Hart wave with the Rockabilly. And then this set will probably be revealed at Comic-Con, I'm guessing, and then, hit shelves roughly or, shortly thereafter. So we'll see about that. But the Build-A-Figure here is another NWO character, man. We got Mike Rotunda, or Mr. Wall Street. We got Wall Street coming in here. And this is another very interesting one right here. And, they're slowly but surely trying to get every single NWO character possible. It doesn't matter if they were in there for a cup of coffee, if they were a founding member. They are trying to get as many characters as possible into the NWO, and I don't know how many we're missing. If somebody can let me know, who all are we missing from that? But that's pretty cool, man. I think that's pretty cool here. It is what it is. It seems like the NWO deep cut characters have been the Build-A-Figures multiple times in these Monday Night Wars lines, but hopefully it'll be good, man. Hopefully it'll be good. We've seen some different characters come and go out of this, but it's slowly but surely building up as a part of the Monday Night Wars line, and they are, I swear to God, that they canceled the Ruthless Aggression line after 5 sets or something like that. There were so many more left to be had, and they just didn't do it. And then, we get the Monday Night Wars line. I swear the Monday Night Wars line was a whole ploy just to get all these NWO characters. It was and I don't know, maybe it's a whole deal there. It's a whole deal. I know they're trying to, prep it with the stage and everything. Can you imagine if we got that crowdfunding Nitro stage, man? My goodness, I think about it to this day. It doesn't cross my mind as often as it used to, but it still pains me how sick that stage would have been and how grand it was. But that is your full set here, man. We have Kurt Angle, Terry Funk, Dude Love, Sensational Sherry or Sister Sherry, and then the Build-A-Figure Wall Street. So it's pretty cool, man. It's a pretty cool set. I don't know. I don't read this entire set and just get overly pumped. I'm excited to see what singlet Kurt Angle has. I'm excited to see what gear they go for Terry Funk. And I'm just excited for different innovations into the line. You know, I think that's where a lot of my excitement comes from too, not just character selection. Of course, I want to see more of these certain characters or certain attires, but at the same time, I look forward to seeing what the design team comes up with in terms of innovations and how they can improve these figures and make them better and what they're going to come with. And so I'm excited to see what all comes together for this entire set. So it should be fun, man. Kurt Angle, Terry Funk, Dude Love, Sherry, and the Wall Street Build-A-Figure. So let me know what you guys think of that entire set. But that is another leaked set coming out. You know, we're not that close to Comic-Con. We're about 2 months away, I think, almost to the day. And so that is, you know, it'll be here before we know it, but it's not like Comic-Con's tomorrow. It is around the corner, though, and we should have some updates. I think, again, they're supposed to be releasing a new gallery of WWE Mattel action figures on Friday. I don't know for sure. I'm just guesstimating that could possibly take place. And hopefully that will be the case. And hopefully we'll get some new looks at some new figures because, as we know, there were no renders at WrestleMania, and so we don't know exactly what's coming down the pipe. We know of some things, and we don't have official galleries of everything that we saw at WrestleMania, but we've seen a lot of that stuff already in official galleries. So, I don't know, man. Hopefully we get some new stuff revealed and we see some cool stuff. Maybe an update on Goldberg, maybe an official gallery of the Goldberg, and then, you know, different things like that, man. But I appreciate you guys so very much for watching. I'd love to know your thoughts on this down below. Are you scooping any of this set? Are you passing on these? Let me know what your thoughts are on all of it down in the comment section below. But I appreciate you guys so very much. You guys are absolutely goated, and I just am so thankful for you all. Leave me a comment. Leave me a like. It greatly, you know, helps the videos. So leave a like if you will. If you stayed to this point, just go ahead and click like. That would do so much for me there, and I just appreciate you. But I'm getting out, man. I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys next time.